right, Labor Day is fast approaching, and with it, the Cleveland National Air Show is back, presented by Discount Drug Mart. It's Labor Day weekend, the 2nd through the 4th of September, out at Burke Lakefront Airport. Tickets are only available in advance. So you want to get info, want to buy your tickets, clevelandairshow.com. You can't just walk up to the gate and buy them. You got to have them. I'll get you a 4-pack right here. Cleveland National Air Show. Good luck. Call 10-216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
If you can't beat them, join them. And if you can't join them, send a strongly worded letter asking why your application was rejected. Another helpful tip from the Alan Cox Show
on 100.7 WMMS.
You saw that video from that air show outside Detroit where the two dudes pulled their chutes and then the plane crashed?
Oh, that's crazy.
It's pretty wild. They didn't
Was
get
that
hurt.
part of it?
Huh?
Was it part of it?
I don't think so. Hopefully the Cleveland National Air Show will go a little bit better, but I heard from Paul, who's one of our bureau chiefs in Ann Arbor, and he moved out there towards Belleville, and he's like, that crash happened like 20 feet from my balcony of my new apartment.
Wow.
Hopefully he was exaggerating, but another wild piece of video, too, are these flash mobs of people just tearing through this mall in L.A. Canoga Park is like way northwest of downtown L.A., but I don't know what security guards do anymore because it's usually against corporate policy to stop anybody from stealing anything. But these dudes showed up. They call them flash mob robbery. We've seen video like this of big groups of people coming in, 30 to 50 people just running into stores, clearing, trying to clear the shelves at Nordstrom. The two security guards who did step to them, they had bear spray that they sprayed in these guys' faces.
They sprayed at the security guard?
Yeah, sprayed the security guard in the face.
That's not what we used to. Flash mobs used to be when people would show up in an area and dance unannounced.
Yeah, those were the good old days of flash mobs,
yeah.
which were really stupid and contrived, but at least
It wasn't stealing.
it was a nicer time.
Stealing joy, maybe.
They grabbed an estimated 60 to 100 grand worth of luxury clothing and handbags from Nordstrom. And the dummies, by the way, they got away with a lot of stuff, but a lot of these high-end stores, the items are chained to the shelves. So you can see these guys trying to run out with some stuff, but they're just dragging
shells?
Yeah, they're dragging shells. So they're like everybody's on like a hoodie and a mask and everything, and they're just pulling down these shelves, but as they're running out, they're just dragging these shelves before they don't want to let anything go. But they're grabbing handbags and luggage.
Any wire cutters or anything?
That's what I thought. Be prepared, man. You know, have bolt
Well,
cutters.
they got to put those handbags somewhere, so it's good to have the shelves.
So it's pretty wild.
They'll come in handy
Just
after
a
all.
box cutter, something. Come prepared.
They're just dragging them.
Yeah, they are. You know, so yeah, I don't know what you do about this. This is like red meat for right wing media, but they are right. I mean, this can't continue. You can't. I don't know what you do. This happens a lot in San Francisco. You know, everybody's seen video at this point of just people running into a store and clearing the shelves and people who work there just standing there because they're like,
I'm not going to get shot.
I don't want to get stabbed for minimum wage.
Bear traps. You put bear traps so that when they reach to grab the stuff, hand goes in the bear trap. That'll solve the problem.
Yeah.
This just goes to why people don't shop in stores anymore. The risk is gone.
They weren't shopping.
They were shoplifting, Poundcake. But these are the kind of clips that they're going to use for like, this is Joe Biden's America, right? Those are the clips they're going to use. Somebody's got to figure it out. I don't know what it is, but I don't know what the answer to it is. But you see the word
electric fences.
You see the word brazen being used a lot in stories these days. Well, listen, they're testing that Walgreens store in Chicago, because that's where they're based. They're just testing one of those kiosk stores where it's basically a fulfillment center. where you go up to a thing and you go beep, bop, boop, like you're ordering at Chipotle. You go, this is what I want. And somebody who works there goes in the back and gets it for you and brings it out. So there are no shelves to clear. So if that's the way it takes off, you're going to have some people whining about lack of convenience or whatever. But, I mean, if you're going in to grab a couple of things, I don't care about that. Who cares?
I would say there is no convenience when you're at an actual store. Like, order it online if you want convenience, where it comes to your house. If you want to go there and shop, you can scroll on the little kiosk, the little screen, and then get it.
That's what they're moving towards. But again, these luxury places, they want people walking around and looking at things.
You're more likely to buy it.
The display, yeah, that's right. The
They used to bring
display
you
is very much a
champagne.
part of it.
I used to work for Coach, which is not as luxury as Louis Vuitton in particular. Like, I fully understand that. But they would say, I forget the percentage, but it was over 50% that if you could get the customer to put the bag on their body and look in the mirror, they were like more than 50% more likely to buy it. So that's why they want people in there. Try the shoes on, see them on your feet. You're more likely to walk out with them.
Especially since you were probably standing there going, oh, that looks so
Of
good on
course.
you."
Oh, that's amazing. Look
Oh,
at that.
my God.
Just brings out your eyes.
You don't want to walk back out there without that on your body.
What purse did you walk out in with? I can't even see it compared to this one.
Yeah.
I love the purses that are just ridiculously huge for no reason. Like, I know girls
Not for
carry-
no reason, so you can rip stuff off.
I know girls have a lot of stuff that they carry with them, but these bags are like you could fit a small baby, a regular size baby in these bags. They're massive.
Yeah, babies are small, man.
I wasn't.
You're still fitting a bag.
There wasn't a handbag made that could fit baby AC.
You'd fit in a bag.
It's just ridiculous. And they'd be like, okay, this is a $35,000 bag. I'm like, you put stuff in there. It's just something to contain your stuff. The stuff's not worth $35,000. Why is your bag? But I want it so
Status.
bad.
You're Mr. Status.
I
Yeah,
symbol.
know.
you're Mr. Status
I want it
symbol.
so
You would,
bad.
How
you would
of all
want that
people
bag.
can you not understand this?
I feel like most people, and again, this is in my head. I don't know this to be fact, but I feel like most people who have enough money to buy said bag, they have connections where they get it for free. Someone's gifted them a bag. They have a friend that works at the store because they frequent it often.
Yeah, they have a friend who works at the store that lifts a $35,000 bag for them rather than get commission on it.
Well, you're here all the
they're-
time, so here's some free stuff.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
giving them
In
free
my-
five-figure
like,
price tag bags.
You come here every month. You get our top bag. We'll give you a $35,000 bag. You're a returning
Did you work
customer.
on commission, Mary?
We did not, but our managers did.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
So-
they were getting bonuses off of your work.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the hourly employees didn't make commission, but if the store hit a certain number, then each manager would get like 4% of our monthly sales.
See, that's a tough move because of but again, it's emblematic of the way companies work. But if you don't get a cut, you don't care.
right.
But the manager really wants you guys to
oh
sell.
yeah, big time.
Yeah, because they get a cut.
And they're like rated on performance basis and things like that. When
Yeah.
really it's like,
Did you
why
do,
am I even here?
Did you do any house calls?
No.
It was Toledo.
And it's also 1940. I'm not walking around selling handbags door to door.
No, it's not. It's not.
She
even
was the
that.
Fuller brush man walking around. Hey, ma'am, you're setting stuff on fire to sell you a fire extinguisher.
I feel like there's like rich people that are like, I don't want to go to the store. Bring me your latest. You know.
Yes, there are
and
boutique services that will do
they
that. There
come
are
in there
concierge services, but those aren't the people working at the mall store.
The Coach store in
didn't know that was
Franklin
part of it.
Park Mall
Right.
in Toledo, Ohio. No, that is not what we were doing.
Yeah, I thought it was so cool. I went to the whatever Fashion Square or whatever in Phoenix, I think it was, or Scottsdale, and they had a Tesla store inside that mall. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the fanciest mall I've ever been in. It doesn't take much to wow me, so I just assume that people do house calls. Like, oh, can you give me your 3 latest bags that are in season and just
If
bring them
you
to my
are
house?
right, if you have enough money, you can get anybody to bring anything to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, let's send you to Vegas with $1,000 all
yes,
this week.
please.
Still more trips for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. This is Foo Fighters and Fall Out Boy and Lenny Kravitz and 30 Seconds to Mars and Sheryl Crow. Public Enemy. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, along with Foo Fighters. And our iHeartRadio Music Festival is next month, 22nd, 23rd out in Vegas. You and a pal fly you out, put you up, the whole bit. Tickets to the event. So listen closely and good luck.
Now, your chance at a trip to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword FESTIVAL to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's FESTIVAL to 200-200.
Speaking of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a recent inductee has died. Who's very old.
Oh, not Dave Grohl.
No, not Dave Grohl. Clarence Avant. We were there
Yeah,
when he
that
got
was-
inducted. This was the year
Aw.
Foo Fighters went in. They called
Didn't
him.
his wife die last year?
I think you're right. They called him the Black Godfather. This was the guy who put black artists on the map. He was the guy. Lionel Richie inducted him into the Rock Hall when they had it at the Romo Fijo. So Foo Fighters this is 2021. So Foo Fighters got in. Go-Go's, Jay-Z, LL Cool J was there. And Clarence Avant was a record guy. He was a management executive that went all the way back to getting Motown artists like what they deserved. There wasn't anybody else doing what he did at the time. And he had a long life. He's 92. He died in his sleep, passed away at home. I think they have a documentary about him on Netflix. But he was very funny at the event.
Oh, he was great.
He's very old and kind of doddering, but, he bought a radio station a long time ago and turned it into the only black-owned FM station in L.A. He was chairman of Motown Records a long time. He was a real kingmaker for, urban artists. His daughter was the U.S. ambassador to the Bahamas and married to Ted Sarandos. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Ted Sarandos was single and ready to mingle. Oh, Nicole Avant. Okay. But didn't they divorce? I thought he was banging Chelsea Handler for a minute. Anyway, whatever. Clarence Avant at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Well, his name is Big John. And he called me and he said this: my organization is going to be in Ohio, and you're going to get an award. And I said, wait a minute, man. He said, no, keep your mouth shut. When you get this age in life, you got to be very careful when you talk to these. They're not hoods, but they are. They're business people. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
They're not hoods, but they're business people. Alan, you didn't let Poundcake finish his story. He was going to say this is why a lot of people don't like to go shopping.
Yeah,
because they're afraid to get caught up in this.
Yeah, why deal with all of this, the possibility of this happening, when there's no risk getting it delivered to your door?
But people's stuff gets stolen all the time when they get it delivered.
But you're not going to, it might get stolen, but you're not going to deal with someone possibly getting shot or stabbed or getting stuff ran over because a mob of people came
Yeah,
in.
the thing is, though, most people can't afford concierge service, and people can't just shut their lives down because anything can happen anywhere. You see the video of the house blowing up outside Pittsburgh?
No.
Holy piss.
From
Just
what?
blew up?
Okay, Plum is a suburb of Pittsburgh. It's about 30 minutes up the Allegheny River, northeast. I dated a girl who lived in Plum. And nice town, maybe 30,000 people, right? This was a relatively new development there. And they're still trying to figure out, unless there's been some recent update today, they're trying to figure out why this house exploded. A guy and his kid were neighbors. They were just over to hang out. They're both dead. The family's dead. I'll show you the video here. The house, this was caught on somebody's Ring camera. The house just blows up in the background. Damaged a bunch of other houses. I think the houses near it were consumed in fire
Is this
by
meth?
it. I don't know about that. This is an upper middle class neighborhood.
Maybe
You could be
gas.
right.
Upper
I think
middle class people do meth.
they're not
sell it.
manufacturing it in their house
Maybe.
usually.
might be.
But they think all I saw that was that the development had been built over an abandoned mine.
Oh, great.
Okay, so here's this video. Watch this. Left-hand side of your screen. Like a movie explosion,
That's better
right?
than Oppenheimer's explosion.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like a movie explosion. So the house is gone.
Play it again.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Was knocking windows out on houses, a couple other people's houses,
gosh.
just debris everywhere. So they were pulling bodies out of the debris. They're not sure if the whole family who lived there was there.
That's crazy.
But this poor guy who's like a neighbor from 4 doors down, 38-year-old guy with his
so
12-year-old
close.
son, they're over
To 3 doors.
they're over at the house. Their neighbor's just going over there to talk, and they get killed because this house blows up.
So I shouldn't bother your neighbors.
People's Gas said no immediate problems found at the scene of the explosion. They shut off gas service to 50 homes out there. It's surrounded by shallow oil and gas wells and located atop an abandoned mine.
That's what I'm talking about,
Rustic
man.
Ridge Estates.
That's crazy.
Oh, my. I've never seen an explosion
It's
like that.
unbelievable.
Even stuff that like was a manufactured explosion, I've never seen it just like shoot out like that.
Yeah. 5 people were killed, including that kid. Multiple injuries, leveled 2 other homes, and damaged a dozen residences. 2 homes near the house were engulfed in fire and destroyed after that house blew up.
Who pays for that? Is that an insurance thing or like?
Hell yeah, that's an insurance thing.
Well, if there's nobody alive to claim it, I mean.
But I'm saying the other 2 houses were destroyed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's an
that's
insurance thing.
insurance.
Yeah. Because they'll figure out what happened. They'll be like, oh, there was a gas main explosion or something.
Because it's something out of your control. Like even if it's a flood or something, they'll fight that. But how do you just? Yeah, there was a house next to me that exploded.
Right.
And my house caught fire.
You want to see it again?
Yeah. Here's the video. It's proof.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, on a ring camera of a neighbor like 10 houses away.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see, like, her house rattles, the signs fall off their porch or whatever.
Wow.
It's crazy. So anything can happen at any time. So, yeah, people aren't going to shut their lives down because some flash mobs are stealing some, rich people purses. Because the people who work there sure don't care. They just don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
And it really didn't look like, I don't know what time of day it was. It wasn't like the area was
Wasn't
full
busy,
of shoppers.
yeah.
Right. It was pretty much empty. But I bet you once they start hearing people or seeing people, a whole group of people come in,
What
they're
they
like,
should
oh,
do,
I know what's up here. So
Okay.
that'll just be a new part of shopping in America.
slippery floors. So that when people start grabbing stuff, they just shoot oil onto the floors. And then if they can make it out in that situation, you earned the bag.
Covered in butter.
Yeah, whatever you still, you got canola oil all over it, and you've completely decimated its value on the black market. Oh, boy. All right, I've got to take a break. You want to send a text for anything, 35192. AlanCoxShow.com. You can watch the live stream there and listen wherever on the iHeartRadio app.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000